are 30 interesting facts about the G20, Group of 20. 1. The G20 is a forum for international economic cooperation composed of 19 individual countries and the European Union. 2. The G20 was established in 1999, in response to the financial crises of the late 1990s. 3. The G20 accounts for approximately 80% of global GDP and two-thirds of the world's population. 4. The member countries of the G20 are Argentina, Australia, Brazil, Canada, China, France, Germany, India, Indonesia, Italy, Japan, Mexico, Russia, Saudi Arabia, South Africa, South Korea, Turkey, the United Kingdom, and the United States. 5. The European Union is represented by the European Commission and the European Central Bank. 6. The G20 meetings are typically attended by heads of state or government, finance ministers, and central bank governors. 7. The G20 operates on a rotating presidency system, with the host country chairing the meetings for 1 year. 8. The first G20 summit was held in Berlin, Germany, in 1999. 9. The G20 is not a formal institution with a permanent secretariat. Instead, it relies on the host country's infrastructure and support. 10. The G20's primary focus is on macroeconomic and financial issues, such as global economic growth, trade, and financial stability. 11. The G20 has expanded its agenda to include other topics, including climate change, sustainable development, and global health. 12. The G20 played a crucial role in coordinating responses to the global financial crisis of 2008-2009. 13. The G20 introduced the Financial Stability Board, FSB, to oversee and make recommendations on the global financial system. 14. G20 summits are held annually, and there are also numerous ministerial meetings throughout the year. 15. In 2020, the G20 held its first ever virtual summit due to the COVID-19 pandemic. 16. The G20 has been criticized for its limited representation of smaller and less developed countries. 17. It has been suggested that the G20's informal nature allows for more candid discussions and flexible decision-making compared to formal international organizations. 18. G20 members have pledged to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and combat climate change, although progress has been uneven. 19. The G20 has taken measures to combat tax evasion and promote tax transparency, including the Common Reporting Standard, CRS. 20. The G20's Working Group on Anti-Corruption has developed principles for combating corruption and enhancing transparency. 21. The G20 has addressed issues related to digitalization and the digital economy, including data privacy and cybersecurity. 22. The G20 established the Global Infrastructure Hub to promote infrastructure investment and development. 23. The G20 has initiated efforts to promote financial inclusion and expand access to banking services. 24. G20 members have committed to reducing income inequality and addressing social issues. 25. In 2020, Saudi Arabia held the G20 presidency and hosted the first ever virtual G20 summit. 26. The G20's decisions are not legally binding, but they carry significant political weight. 27. Argentina hosted the G20 summit in 2018, focusing on the themes of building consensus for fair and sustainable development. 28. The G20 has a troika system, which includes the past, current, and future presidencies, to ensure continuity in the organization's work. 29. The G20 Leaders Declaration is the official outcome document of the annual summit and outlines the group's commitments and priorities. 30. The G20 has faced challenges in recent years, including disagreements among members on trade issues and geopolitical tensions. These facts provide an overview of the G20 and its role in international economic cooperation and global governance.
Don't forget to subscribe our channel.